Alright, this video is going to remind you how to find the slope and y-intercept when the line isn't in slope-intercept form. So, excuse me, we're going to go ahead and get the y alone first. So we're going to go right here, we're going to use the subtraction property of equality, and we're just going to say that we can take 2x from both sides, and that's going to give us negative 2x plus 20. At this point, we're going to divide by negative 5. And dividing by negative 5 on the right really does mean that each term gets divided by negative 5. So this looks like this. 2/5 is the slope, there's the x, and we're going to have a negative 4 in that position. So in other words, our goal was to get this into this form, right? Which is the slope, ooh, that was fancy there, intercept form. Slope-intercept, right? That's the slope-intercept form. So the reason it's called that is obvious. It's obvious that this, we can look at the equation and find the slope, and we can find the y-intercept. Okay, so the slope in this case is 2/5. The y-intercept is negative 4. Let's go ahead and take a look at a couple of more examples. This will be a quick little video. Alright, so for number 2, I'm going to get it in y equals. However, I look at the equation and I don't have a y at all. So my next best option would just be to get the letter x alone on one side. So I'm going to move the x over so that it'll be a positive x, right? So positive x is negative 5. So let me rewrite it this way. So I have an equation of a line that says, hey, x is negative 5. That means that no matter what, x is negative 5. Now think back. The x direction, think back a video or two ago, no matter what, x is negative 5. No matter what the y is, x is negative 5. So what we have here is a vertical line. Well, if I'm supposed to come up with the slope of that, what is the slope of this line? Right? The slope of this line, my goodness, I'm having trouble with my O's. The slope of this line is undefined. Right? So the slope of this line is undefined. And once I realize that, oh, it's a vertical line, it's undefined, right? Then I realize, well, it's not going to have a y-intercept. So I'm going to say no y-intercept. Okay? All right, last one. Let's go here. Now this one is looks like it's in, well, it looks like that somebody's dumped in information into the point slope form, but it still says to find the slope and y-intercept. So we're going to do this. We're going to say that's the same as plus. We're going to use the distributive, and we're going to get this 1/2 x, and that's 1/2 times 2 is just 1. So here's what we get. We get y is equal to, we'll go ahead and say minus 1 there, and we get 1/2 x. And that's plus nothing, right? And I don't have to write the plus nothing, so obviously there's my equation of my line. So there's that. But the question was, hey, find the slope. Well, the slope is 1/2. And what's the y-intercept? Well, the y-intercept is 0, right? Because this right here is a 0. And so the y-intercept is 0. Okie doke. Hope that helped. Thanks for watching.